Hello Pisces, and welcome back to your extended. Now you're going to look at the table and go, "Oh, Jane, where'd all the cards go from this morning?" Well, like I told you, I'm not looking at the general energy, so these are basically too extended for the energy that you have been pumping out into the atmosphere for the last couple of days, and maybe even the last couple of weeks, getting everything ready. So these are basically just spirit giving you a whole bunch of advice. Okay, we don't need to see what the spirit is. And look at that. This card flipped over and it's written, make sure to spend quality time with those you love. And I feel that is what I'm doing with you today, Pisces. Okay? So I'm going to send you a whole bunch of love, a whole bunch of healing, and a whole bunch of light with spirit, so that you can find your way out of this darkness and this dark spot and these energies that you're trying to muddle your way out of, to finally get everything done and over with, so that you can finally put a cork in it and start your new journey. I took out the Power Surrender cards because these cards are, they're asking you to let go of things. So this one is surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And again, he's kind of looking off into the distance. I like this, and you may say, well, that's not what it was really saying this morning, but it was. Because negativity is scarcity. Okay? And believing that people are out to get you is also a negative way of thinking of things. As I was talking about this morning, Spirit wants you to realize that all the pawns and all the chess pieces that have been on your board, good or bad, have gotten you on your journey and playing the game that you set out for yourself when you came here. And the faster you believe that every part and every piece has an integral part in your journey, as in being valued for what they're bringing forward, even if it's to make you dig yourself out of a hole, they're all an abundant part of the puzzle, okay? They all make up that puzzle piece. So, absolutely, your belief in scarcity is definitely something that is applied. Surrender to your intuition. We had the beautiful High Priestess this morning, so of course, that is no coincidence. They're going to harp on that as well. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. You should be having a aha moment right now if you've been holding on to that negativity, okay? And it is not how you look. It's about how you see. Notice anything here? An eye, maybe? Okay, so pay attention, okay? See with the eyes of the heart. See with the eyes of your energy field. Don't just see with the eyes of the mind or what you perceive to be true. Things change. People see things in different ways. All right, let's take two more. Let's have some fun. Let's get you on your path of feeling better here. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Nothing heals more, and we did have the Queen of Pentacles. We had all four queens. But nothing heals you more than being out in nature, trust me. And they're calling me on it because I always refer to meditation or sleep. But walking in nature really resets you back to zero. It really does. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. In one of the cards that you had this morning, you could actually see a path, and it was called Going Forward. And you could see beautiful nature. Looking out on where you're going to be walking in this world is also a great thing. If it is a trip, go look at where you're wanting to go. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Oh, that's a big one. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Now, Pisces, when you're having, let's say, these conversations or discussions or venting sessions with people. Just because you have told your truth or how it felt to you doesn't mean that they're going to stop being the antagonist in your life. Doesn't mean that they're going to agree with you and say, oh yes, everything I did to you helped you move forward, let's be friends. It may not happen that way. You may be the only one in on the proverbial joke or whatever you want to call it, because to them, they won't understand it as that. They will see, yeah, you're talking about woo-woo stuff, but what I'm actually talking about is the truth. And again, we're talking perceptions, right? And it's so important that you just let it go. Release it. It's all about release this week. And I really want you to release those thoughts and that viewpoint of what you're seeing as being very oppressed. Last and underneath the deck is surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. And I told you the Nine of Swords had come out before. I could feel it. I could feel the Page of Swords. You're driving yourself nuts inside of your brain. So when worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. As I said, go deep inside your heart, go deep inside your intuition, and move forward in that way. I decided to take the Field Tarot. I'm going to do very much of the same that I did. I'm going to take 6 cards on each side. Okay, so I'm not sure how it came out. It might have been reversed. I'm going to pull the 3 cards, the 2, and let's see. I'll get a better story, yeah. Everything is kind of disagreeable. I feel annoyed by a lot of things these days, like the cards constantly falling off. It's like they don't want to stay here. The Prince of Cups, introspection. This is you. It's your energy. And now I think there's a card that's flipped in here. Let's see. No? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so they want you more to be of yourself, Pisces, okay? This Prince of Cups, he feels very meditative, feels very intuitive. This 5 of Wands is competition. We had the 5 of Wands this morning, and you have the 7 of Wands, and that's valor. So you may feel like you're defending yourself, and you may feel like you have to compete for your spot. But you know, that's all about scarcity. That's all about thinking that first of all, you're making less. If you're defending yourself, I'm not saying if somebody is doing something really wrong. I'm talking about bickering with people that you've been with all your lives. Different viewpoints, okay? I'm not talking about major life issues here. I'm talking about your life in particular, okay? The thing is that when you feel you have to defend yourself, it's like saying to someone what they're telling me. It's like telling somebody that there's a reason for you to defend yourself about something. The truth of the matter is, Pisces, you don't need to defend yourself at all. You have a right to be whoever you want. By getting into that role, you're putting in it, you're giving them the power to let you to being able to tell you that you're wrong. Do you understand? So it's okay to defend yourself. It's okay to rise up to the occasion and say, no, I'm not going to let you step on my toes, and I'm going to defend my spot. But it's very important that you move out of that back into where you're supposed to be. Okay? And the 5 of Wands, it's written competition, but it's usually a communication problem. And what they're telling you is that communicate your truth and then move on. Again, move back to center, which is the Page of Cups. Move back to your introspection, your intuition. Okay? Very, very important. Because the other two, if you stay in these energies, it brings on that scarcity thing that we were talking about. You don't want to stay in that energy, ever. Okay. Okay. So, the Four of Disc, having control. The Four of Pentacles is always about that idea that you have about stability. The Three of Disc is about working in a team. It's my card of spirit as well. The Six of Wands is success. And again, here it comes out, the Six of Wands, this proud warrior of I won and I am the best, and I want to be the best because I want people to follow me and think, you know, this is person who leads by example. The way you lead by example is living your very best life. Okay? This scarcity thing, it's taking away your stability. It's taking away your work that you've done, where you've successfully worked with spirit, with people who are your tribe, the people who love you, okay? These people who support you, the people you should be spending quality time with. It takes away from all of this. So they're telling you, be careful. Be careful here. Because the energies that you are putting out, they're pushing and pulling at each other. They're creating this, nobody's getting anywhere. You see what my hands are doing? I'm trying to push and I'm trying to pull. But because they're equal forces, nothing is happening. So you're setting yourself up for an impasse, and you don't want to be there. You want to be moving forward. Okay? All right. Two of Cups, union. Queen of Disc, nurture. There's that nature. Okay? Grounding yourself. And there's another queen, by the way. Two of Disc, change. Okay. So you have two twos, but they're in different ways. Right away, it's hitting me. Okay? And the way that it's placed is the light part is above. Is on the upright, the dark would be above, would be first. So instead of seeing things all in the black, see things more in the light. Okay? In the star. That's coming back in. This queen, nurturing yourself, grounding yourself in nature. The Two of Cups, divine feminine and masculine being in balance. Again, coming in. Bring back the balance to yourself. Ground yourself and nurture yourself and bring yourself to the point where you can give life to ideas and get out of this stuck energy, so that you can move forward and create and be who you're supposed to be. Okay? And the change is in reverse. So again, this is the stuck feeling that's coming in with this. And that's where you do not ever want to stay when you're doing stuff like this. No. Okay, I won't. You want to move out of this. This is the oppression. The burdens that you're creating. Put a beautiful flower wrapping around it and leave it there for somebody else to kick over or take a stick out of. Let somebody else carry it, okay? There's no need for you to carry that. Look at that, Temperance. Bring back the balance, okay? It's so beautiful to see these together, because this one in reverse, it's you letting go of this and bringing back your balance. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay. Going Zen, going back to where you need to be. That's the most important part. And out of destitution. The Five of Pentacles, destitution, it's that scarcity thinking, by the way. The Five of Pentacles, that's one of my definitions. If you have gone to the website where you get notifications of my video and you got the free video, if you look at my description of the Five of Pentacles, it's scarcity thinking, alienation, okay? And that's what the Five of Disc is for me. It's feeling like you don't belong. Anything that makes you feel this way, anything that we started with the 7 here, that makes you feel that you have to defend yourself, means that you're lacking in something. You don't lack in anything, Pisces. The only thing that you may have lacked in the last little bit of energy that you've been spreading around is maybe of perspective, of snapping back to the fact that everything and everyone that's there comes in for a reason, a season, to help you get wise and strong and beautiful. You're about to transform into the most beautiful butterfly there is. Don't hinder that because of a couple of yahoos or people who have been in your past, okay? So the Queen, another Queen. So we have 2 more Queens that come out in this reading, which is truly impressive if I look at this. I mean, how many times the Queens have come out in both the morning and reading at night. Okay? The Queen of Swords came out. Now the Queen of Swords, she is one heck of a beautiful queen. She has suffered through a lot. She has been hurt. But you know what is most beautiful about her is that she can still be beautiful with all of that, with all those scars, with all of those hurts. It's funny, I know she's supposed to have flowers, but it almost looks like a badge or scars of honor for me because they're a little darker than usual. Darker colored flowers and trees. They've been through it. And they've survived, okay? With fire, with passion, with energy. And this is what you don't want to miss. You want to get her energy. You want to feel this good. You don't want the scarcity thinking. Spirit says move yourself away from that now. It may have been needed. Nobody's telling you you did wrong. They're just telling you you can't stay in that energy, Pisces. Okay? You can't just keep harping on it. And I will share with you that I actually did that with my father years and years ago. I had a screaming match like I had never had in my life, and everything that I ever wanted to tell him came pouring out of me. And he was a very imposing man, tall, big, and I was nowhere in that size. And I was very young, a young mother, but I'd had enough. I had been through so much in my life already, and there was more to come, little did I know, but I had already been through so much in my life. And it took so much out of me. I had the release that I finally wanted by telling my father everything I needed to tell him. And at the moment that it happened, and right after, I felt so good because I had defended myself. I had picked up that wand, and I felt like he had 6 of his own, and I knocked every single one of them down. It took a while for us to get back to each other, and we did. The relationship had changed, though. I no longer felt like I needed to defend myself. And I learned a lot from that experience. But the thing is, Pisces, I may have just spent a little too much time resenting him for so long for everything that he did. Only a couple years back did I realize the true gift that he had given me by being such an asshole in my life. And I thank him for it. 'Cause look at me now, a beautiful Queen of Swords, loving my scars, understanding the wisdom and the lessons and everything that came with, and living my dream, and committed to continuing to do that for as long as I breathe in the air around me and beyond. I want the same for you. And I want Spirit to come into you right now. I want it to let it in. Whatever's happened, or whatever you think might happen, whatever energies you are holding on to, it's time to release them. If you need to release them to the person, do it. And then I want you to cleanse. I want you to take care of yourself. You have a beautiful and magical journey ahead of you. And all of these people that came in and caused you all of this perceived hurt, all of that magic is going to be needed to propel you in this beautiful journey that you're going on. And the faster that you can realize that and embrace it and thank them and then move forward and away from that into something better, the better you will be. I hope you didn't mind me sharing that, but I figured you might need it right now. And Spirit's telling me, yeah, you did. So I feel very much like a mama right now, to you, to everybody, even to myself. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. And I wish you a very beautiful evening. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, Pisces.